Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in again. Nate here with 911 Rapid Response. On today's vehicle showcase, we have a special treat for you. 2019 Dodge Charger Pursuit, decked out in a wheel-in package and including the carbide with OBD2 integration. We'll go ahead and we'll start off with some of the emergency warning package that we have here. Up at the top of the vehicle, we do have the rooftop light bar, which is the Liberty 2 Duo, red and blue, complementing with white to the front, and we also have red, blue, and that's complementing the amber in the back for traffic advisor. At the front of the vehicle, we have the Satina push bumper. This has the 2-channel input on the crossbar for the wheel-in ions, which are both duo, blue-white, red-white. Same on the sides of the push bumper for intersection warning. We have the wheel-in ions in blue-white and red-white. Wheel-in SA315P speaker, and on the center bar we have the Wheel-in Pioneer Slimline in a dual panel. We have that with the combo spot flood optic in it as well, and we'll get to some functionality that we have integrated with that a little bit later. Activated in position 3, we'll also have the headlight flashers going, and we can cruise around the back of the vehicle. With the rooftop light bar, we really don't have a whole lot of need for additional accessories on the side, under mirror lights, tracers, anything like that. The Liberty 2 really does a great job of providing that 360-degree warning. At the rear of the vehicle, on the rear deck, we have the Wheel-in T-Ions. Those are both in a solo color, red on the driver's side, blue on the passenger side. Those are simply mounted on 90-degree brackets there. Taillight flashers, we opted for the Brookings plug-and-play flasher here. So we have not only the brake lights flashing, but we also have the racetrack, the LED halo there flashing as well. Very nice touch. Down a bit further at the license plate, on the license plate bracket, we have 2 more Wheel-in T-Ions in solo color, red and blue. And if you can tell, everything right now is nicely synchronized, light bar with all of the other accessory lighting, and this is something that we can do with that Wheel-in carbide system. We're currently in a park mode, so it's a very slow flash pattern, something that's a little bit less distracting if the vehicle's on the side of the road. We'll go ahead and take a look inside the vehicle now. Prisoner containment package includes the Satina recessed panel partition with the poly center sliding window. We also have the plastic replacement seat here with the center pull seat belts. And to finish off the Satina package, on the doors, we have the poly window barriers. All right, folks, so inside the Dodge Charger right now, we're gonna go over the console equipment along with some of the accessory electronics that we have here. Starting with the console itself, we have the vehicle-specific Charger console from Havas. This is the printer mount console. So inside this top portion, we have the Brother PocketJet 7 printer. That's going to house the printer itself and the paper roll, and it will feed the printed document out the top here. So very nice, clean setup, easy operation. Simply pull this lever, you can change out paper, so on and so forth. Down further, we have the customer supplied radio, microphone on the magnetic mic here, and here we have the Wheel-in rotary knob variant for the carbide control system. We're going to have a multitude of functionality here, along with the functionality that we have built in to operate with the vehicle's onboard diagnostic system, and we'll go over that functionality here momentarily. 2 12-volt power supplies and the customer supplied Eltron scanner, internal cup holders and a side mounted armrest, PA mic on a standard mic clip here, And on the side of the console, passenger side, we have the telescoping pole mount, which is on a swivel here. This is actually going to swivel and lock from side to side, allowing the customer supplied dock to be moved toward and away from the driver. Very easy operation. We only have the dock that was supplied by them. We do not have the computer here. However, that's ready to rock and roll with the power supply all wired up. And just to the rear of the console in the gun and clove or recess panel, we have a dual setup here, T-rail setup from Satina for the Gunlox rifle shotgun. And we can get a quick look here in a moment what we have behind the passenger seat on the partition itself for our electronic setup. All right, folks, so just behind the passenger seat here, you're going to see where we have our electronic setup located. At the top, you're going to see that silver box there. That is actually for the wheel and howler system. And again, we can go over that functionality here momentarily. Just below the howler, we have the Whelen Carbide with the OBD2 integration once again. And we also have our power distribution center, which is our proprietary distribution center that we use here. It provides us ignition power sources, constant power sources, and it also provides us 3 individual time circuits. So we can time things like the radio, the light siren controller, and the gun locks. All that kind of stuff we can time separately rather than on one circuit alone. Very nice, clean installation here. Once again, something that we pride ourselves in, and we pride ourselves in our technicians for the amount of time and effort that they put into these projects. Serviceability wise, very nice, easy to get to. And now we can go on to functionality of the vehicle. Okay, folks, my favorite part here, functionality. And we have plenty of it here. A lot of really neat add-ons that we incorporated with the Carbide system here. And we'll start by going over our slider switch position 1 at the rear of the vehicle. So this is going to activate the rear of the light bar. It's also going to activate the 2 deck lights and the 2 license plate lights. And we can't forget the Brookings flasher back there. And while we're at the back of the vehicle, I'm going to go ahead and activate our traffic advisor systems. And what we did with the traffic advisor was we actually were able to utilize virtual timers and create events for the traffic advisor. So with our left traffic arrow, you're going to see that we have a traffic arrow for a certain amount of time, and then it's going to go back to the flashing pattern. We call this a traffic advisor tumbler, so to speak. It's a really nice feature because it's not populating the entire rear of the light bar with just an amber arrow. It's going to break that amber arrow up with the red and blue flashing, alerting traffic that this is indeed law enforcement, and it makes that more prominent. Same with your center out feature. You're going to get the amber arrow for a certain amount of time, followed by the red and blue flashing. And that's just going to cycle over and over and over again until it's inevitably turned off. And again, same with the right arrow. And we can go to slider switch 2, which is going to give us red and blue all around the vehicle. Obviously, while in park, that's really all we're going to have. But I'll give you an example here very shortly of what we have in our drive mode in priority response. So all of our red and blue lighting on the perimeter of the vehicle and the light bar now active. And we'll go ahead and take the vehicle out of park and activating position 3. So this is going to give us our white flashing in the light bar, on the push bumper, and our headlight flashers. Very comprehensive package here as far as visibility goes. It's definitely going to be an eye catcher. You will definitely see this vehicle coming down the road. What we can do here now is go back into park. That's going to put us back into a park mode while still in position 3. Takedown, we have a 2-press feature, and that's going to give us our front of the light bar, and then a second press, it's also going to give us our Pioneer light on the push bumper. Very neat feature there. If you take notice here, I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. The corner of the light bar, if I open this door, we're going to get the corner of that light bar killed. And this is going to work for the driver's side, passenger side, and both rear driver and passenger side doors. The door open is an off switch for the corner of the light bar. Close is an on switch. Same thing for the rear. And we'll get that same function on the passenger side of the vehicle. Another neat feature that we did here as far as a takedown option, for ease of use, rather than needing to get into the vehicle to press a button, if this door is closed or open, if the officer operating this vehicle is in need of a takedown light, we can activate the lights. Do need to be on for this feature. We can activate the takedown feature, which is going to give us the front of the light bar and the Pioneer light. So that's just a flip of the high beam switch, and again, very easy operation. If we're in quick need of lighting in front of the vehicle, just reach in and flip the stalk there forward. Alley lighting is going to operate with the door closed on either side, and a door pop will kill that function. We have a low power function. We can override the photocell in the light bar, and that's going to low power all light heads on the vehicle rather than the light bar alone, and Carbide gives us that ability. Go ahead and shut the slider switch off here, and we also have a cruise feature. The cruise feature is just going to be a steady burn light on all of our perimeter lighting and the corners of the light bar. This is just something that's nice for a presence for the officer. If they're cruising through a neighborhood or some kind of function and they don't want to have their emergency warning active, they can simply press that cruise mode, and it's a very subtle presence of red and blue there. We have our howler feature, and we can demonstrate that momentarily when we do a little cruise. And we'll also demonstrate a lighting feature, an event that we have with our phaser tone. One quick thing, while we are in position 3 as well, we're going to get a white blast with our light bar, the Pioneer light, and the air horn function. Again, that is only going to happen in slider switch 3 while we're in drive. That will not occur at any point in time if the slider switch is off or in any other slider mode, or if the vehicle's in park. All right, everyone, thanks for tuning in once again. That's going to wrap up today's vehicle showcase. Again, quite a treat. We've had a lot of neat tricks up our sleeve with this project, and we've got plenty more coming down the road. If you'd like to, reach out to us, 717-473-3843. We'd be happy to speak with you, answer any questions that you might have. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow on all of our social media outlets. Again, we have plenty of pictures, posts, and videos coming. Stay tuned. Have a great day.